If you've been looking for a men's group, a space to connect, grow, and learn from one another, I've got something for you. If you haven't seen already, I've just launched the Masculine Unleashed, which is a new men's mastermind program that I wanted to put out into the world. And there's a couple reasons to do this. I've run private coaching programs, I've run group coaching programs, and there's a couple of things that I'm seeing out in the world right now that I feel are a disservice to men. And I wanted to create something different. I wanted to create something different for men that want to come work with me. So, um, there's really three big things that I'm seeing in men's work these days where um, maybe men feel alone and they don't have any community or any support, or maybe they do have some level of community and connection um, and support, but it's not really making a difference. And I get that because I see it all the time. I see it where men are in the same patterns for months and years, and oftentimes it's because the support structure itself is not conducive to long-term growth and long-term change. And so that's a big part of why I've wanted to create this community, is to counter that. So the three big areas that I see right off the top are that there's just a lack of support for the man, a lack of community, a lack of group. So many men are reading books, they're watching videos, they're trying to find the pathway to growth as an inner journey. And I think that there's a lot of goodness in that, but it often falls flat because the areas that you are struggling in, you likely can't see. And so if you can't see it, how can you actually make the changes? If you don't know what changes to make, how will that actually shift the dynamics over the long term? And I think a part of that, in terms of lack of group support, is that what I see in a lot of men's communities is that there are people that mean well, there's facilitators that mean well, even group leaders that mean well, but they don't understand what it means to actually create long-term change in an individual. They don't know how to challenge an individual. They don't know how to ask the questions that are actually going to make a difference for that individual in terms of where they're going, or to even hone in on what should be the next step for that man. And without that, what I often find is that these spaces, while they're great for connection, they often fall flat. Oftentimes men feel like they're just they're they're not getting what they need. The other thing that I see too is that in a lot of these spaces, there's a lot of great like interviews, there's some training provided, but does it really make a difference for that man? And so, this is one of the areas that I've really honed in on is actually providing concepts and training and tools and resources and practices that will actually make a difference in your life today, that they'll actually be applicable to your life, whether it's, your daily practices in terms of meditation or, qigong, stuff like this, or whether it comes to relationships and communication, leadership. Like, these are the tools and the concepts that you really need. So why not put the focus there? And then kind of in my first point that I was speaking to is that, again, there's a lot of great conversations happening in these communities, but there's not an understanding of how to actually challenge that man. What would what is the next step that this man needs to take to actually create change in his life? Because the beauty of this is that when we can take the appropriate step time and time and time again, that's where actual change comes from. And without that, one, you're wasting time, you're wasting energy, and you're likely not going to get what you want. So that's why I've created the Masculine Unleashed. And the other part that I want to speak to as well is that for a lot of men that I've been in conversation over these last couple of years is that price point has been an issue, making these bigger investments. And so with the Masculine Unleashed, I've wanted to create a space where, again, it's an opportunity for you to get the coaching, the training, the community at a price point that is reasonable, more than reasonable. So that's where I'll kind of look at next is what you can expect in the Masculine Unleashed. So again, what we're looking to create here is an intentional community. The cost of the mastermind is $55 a month, or you can pay $550 for the year and you'll save 2 months of membership fees. What's included in that is you get access to group calls with me and another coach. We're currently facilitating 2 calls a week, and the intention is that as the community continues to build, we're going to have more coaches come on. We're going to have more time slots available. And again, the ideal there is that we'll have calls every day of the week that are available for you to jump on. So you get those group calls, you get access to training materials that, so concepts, tools, practices that I've created just for private and group coaching clients. These guys have paid thousands of dollars for these training materials, and you're going to be getting them included in the membership fee as well. And yeah, there's also a discussion thread as well. So there's going to be an opportunity to connect with these men on group calls. You can also connect with them on your own time, as you see fit. But we also have a great discussion thread where, there's going to be conversations happening there, challenges happening there, and an opportunity for you to really share your life. Share your life, get support, share your wins, share the areas that you want some help around in a intentional space, a space that is safe to share, where men are on this journey with you and they're committed to their growth, but they're also committed to your growth as well. So that's it. That's it in a nutshell of what we're up to. If this is something that you're interested in, let me know in the comments below, and I'll send you the details, more details, or answer your questions that are needed. And if you're ready to jump in, I'll send you a payment link to get you started. And one of the bonuses that I wanted to talk about is that if you join the mastermind program this month for the $55 or the $550 for the year, you're also going to get access to a workshop called Creating Your Next Money Breakthrough that I'm hosting on May 31st. This is going to be an insanely powerful workshop because a lot of us are looking to earn more money, and really just create more in our life in terms of the money that we want. And oftentimes that's just the other end of the not so great relationship that we have to money. Of course, we want to have more, but how can we actually create a relationship where there's a breakthrough in terms of how we relate to money, how we reduce the fear that we have around money, and actually create a more empowered relationship. So if you sign up for the mastermind this month, you're going to get the workshop included. You'll get to attend it live. If you can't attend it live, you're going to get a replay and you're going to have access to that for life. So really great stuff. I'm excited for this mastermind group. We had our first call yesterday. It went really well, and we're looking for more good men to join us. So if it's something that you're interested in, let me know in the comments below. Send me a private message. And yeah, let's get you in there. If you've had conversations with me in the past and you like the work that I'm doing, and maybe you haven't been able to make the financial commitment to the group or private coaching programs that I've offered, well, this is your opportunity. This is your opportunity to get in at a great price point, and let's start doing some really powerful work together. So thanks so much. Have a great day. Bye for now.